She said, "He's just my friend. You're overreacting." So I spent the weekend with my ex. What she did next exposed everything she was hiding. Emily and I had been together for almost 4 years. I'm 30, she's 28. We weren't perfect, but I honestly believed we had something strong. We shared an apartment, cooked dinner together most nights, took the occasional weekend trip, and had even started talking about getting engaged last year. I never doubted her, until one name started eating away at me. Ben. Ben wasn't some random guy. He was her ex, the man she had lived with before we met. Early in our relationship, she told me they ended on good terms but stayed roommates for a while because of a shared lease. I let it go. I assumed that setup would eventually fade out, but it didn't. Not really. Even after we moved in together, Ben kept showing up in her life. They'd hang out online, game together, swap playlists, send each other memes. He'd drop by to use the kitchen he missed. As she put it, they even shared a Spotify family account. It bothered me, but every time I brought it up, she brushed me off. "Ben's like a cousin to me now," she'd laugh. "You're being paranoid. Don't be that guy." I didn't want to be that guy, the jealous, overbearing boyfriend. So I stayed quiet. I trusted her, or at least I tried to. Then, about 2 months ago, she mentioned out of nowhere that she'd be spending a long weekend helping Ben move into a new apartment. "He's finally moving out," she said. "I just need to help him set up in his new place." I assumed she meant we'd both go. If we're all friends, why wouldn't I be invited? But no, it was just her. She told me she'd stay over to save the back and forth driving. "It's only 2 nights. He's got a spare room. I'll be back Sunday night." I asked, "Why can't I come help too?" She looked at me like I'd said something ridiculous. "Because it's not a big deal. Don't make it into one. You need to trust me, we're just friends. Don't project your insecurities onto me." That stung. She flipped the script so easily, making me feel like I was the unreasonable one. I didn't press the issue. I just nodded and said, "Okay, I understand." But deep down, something was off. I thought about all the little things I'd ignored, all the times I'd given her the benefit of the doubt, and how she never once considered how her relationship with Ben might make me feel. That's when I came up with a plan. When her helping Ben weekend came, I packed a bag too. She was leaving Friday morning. I told her I'd also be going away for a few days to get some space. She didn't ask many questions. Just kissed me goodbye and reminded me to water the plants. What she didn't know was where I was going, or who I'd be with. Hannah and I dated 5 years ago. It ended on good terms and we'd stayed loosely in touch. A few weeks earlier, we reconnected at a friend's barbecue. When I told her about Emily, she offered her guest room anytime I needed to clear my head. I took her up on it. Not to get revenge, not to hurt Emily, but to regain some clarity. To remind myself what a healthy, respectful relationship feels like. Honestly, I didn't expect Emily to care. I figured she'd be too busy helping, just a friend. But 3 hours after I posted a simple photo of 2 coffee mugs on a balcony at sunset, my phone blew up. No selfies, no tags. Just 2 mugs on a table with a quiet evening sky in the background. To a stranger, it looked like a peaceful retreat. To Emily, it was a storm. She recognized that mug. It was mine. And that wasn't our balcony. 3 hours later, my phone exploded. "Emily, WTF? Where are you? Who are you with? Are you seriously with your ex right now? Emily, this is betrayal. This isn't the same as me and Ben." I didn't respond immediately. I wasn't even sure what to say, or if I owed her an explanation after how she dismissed me the week before. Eventually, I sent one message, "Just spending time with a friend. Like you did. Don't be insecure." Then I put my phone on airplane mode and let the silence speak for itself. That weekend with Hannah was calm. Nothing romantic happened. We cooked together, stayed up late talking, and caught up on old times. I told her up front I wasn't looking for anything but a quiet space to think. Oddly enough, that weekend showed me how drained I had become with Emily. I'd been walking on eggshells for months, maybe longer, trying not to seem jealous or controlling. Hannah noticed it too. Saturday afternoon, she said, "You're so tense even when you talk about her." It's like you're bracing for a fight. She was right. I hadn't fully admitted to myself how unbalanced our relationship had become until I stepped away from it. By Sunday evening, I turned airplane mode off. Dozens of missed calls and messages poured in. Texts, voicemails, some angry, some tearful. A mutual friend even messaged, saying Emily was freaking out and asking if I was okay. By the time I got home, Emily was already there. She'd left Ben's early. I barely set down my bag before she went off. You did this to punish me. You just wanted revenge. I stayed calm.
No.
I did exactly what you did. She froze. But it's not the same. Why not? I asked. Because you and Ben have history but claim it's platonic? Hannah and I have history too. But it's platonic now. Or is that only okay when you say so? Her face flushed. I saw the moment it clicked, the realization she never once thought about how this would feel if the roles were reversed. She tried to pivot, accusing me of cheating, manipulating her and setting her up. But her words didn't land this time. The next morning, she made her biggest mistake. Messaging Hannah. Emily sent her a long emotional text accusing me of manipulation and emotional cheating, painting herself as the victim. Hannah didn't respond privately. She posted her reply publicly. For anyone wondering, he stayed in my guest room. We talked about life. Most of that time, he spoke about how much he loved Emily, until he realized he was always second to Ben. I didn't break them up. She did that herself. That post spread quickly through our friend group. Then Ben messaged me. Man, I had no idea she still had feelings for me. I thought you guys were solid. I don't want to be part of this. I moved out. Turns out Ben had started dating someone new months ago. Emily knew but lied to me, hinting Ben still had feelings for her. That helping a friend move trip? Ben's new girlfriend was already helping him. Emily just insisted she come along to set up the place one last time. When I calmly confronted Emily with everything, she broke. She cried, apologized, said she didn't know why she did it, claimed she felt me pulling away. But I wasn't pulling away. I was fighting for us while she pressed on every crack. A few days later, I moved out. Emily stayed in the apartment for a week before moving back to her parents' place. Most of our mutual friends distanced themselves, not because I asked, but because they finally saw her for who she was. Emily kept reaching out for weeks. Angry texts, tearful voicemails, even emails. The last message she sent said, "You destroyed everything over nothing." I replied once,
No.
"I matched your energy. You just didn't like what you saw in the mirror." Then I blocked her. It's been a few months. I'm still healing. Still learning to speak up early instead of swallowing my discomfort. But I've also learned how powerful it is to set boundaries, and to walk away when someone refuses to respect them.